Fatherhood or parenthood is very important to me. It's always been very important to me. It has changed a lot. At least my parenting is very different from my father's parenting. So my father was the present parent. Mum, pretty much not at all. So my father was the one who was there, and I think he did as good as he could, given the circumstances and where he was and what he came from. But I've definitely tried to do things differently, very much. But saying that, not overcompensating, or just because I didn't like my dad doing that doesn't mean my kids would have the same needs as I do. So also trying to be watchful and conscious about that my kids have different needs to what I had when I was a kid. And I need to be there to support their needs, not the needs I used to have. There are definitely differences in expectations, in how society and the extended family and the community treats us. I don't think there should be differences, but there are. There are cultural differences, and some of them annoy me a great deal. When I take care of the kids, people say, "Oh, that's good on you." When my wife takes care of the kids, it's just normal. So yeah, there are definitely differences. The reason I asked myself when my wife came to me and said she wanted kids, whether I would be a good parent, is because I also know that my background and my upbringing would not have made me a good parent. It's something that I've had to work on. I didn't want my kids to have to carry weight that wasn't theirs. I think I've succeeded in that, but I guess they'll be the judge of it. I think there is now we come into the masculinity thing, of course. There is definitely a masculinity narrative of, and that's still present, even though it's started to shift in Sweden. It's still very much present, an expectation or in the kind of cultural narrative of the man being successful at work. The primary focus is having a good career. That's always top of the line. Everything else comes secondary. There's also been a number of both legal changes and changes in benefits and changes in attitudes. So I think in Swedish workplaces, or Swedish functioning workplaces, I don't think it's much more difficult to be a father than a mother. However, the system is built up on two fully employed parents, two fully employed people in this kind of family unit, which is just an oxymoron, because there isn't enough time to take care of the kids and take care of the home and do this and do that when you're working 80 hours a week in between you. That was never the idea. But then, yeah, that's society at large. It was never built for us, people. It was built for someone else or something else.